Hello. Hello. Good evening. Let's see if you can hear me. Can we hear me? Let's see. Hello, CTB. Welcome to our program on Be Inspired this evening. So, my dear audience, while I wait for our guest today, I would like to say hello and welcome to another edition of Be Inspired. My name is Ms.B. I wear many caps and I wouldn't change them for any. Instead, I would love to collaborate and co-create to impact further. So if you can hear me, and for the benefit of those that might be listening to this later, not now as well, I would like to introduce what is Be Inspired. Be Inspired is a platform that inspires, as it says, informs and motivates, and also is a platform to help to share the stories of the career path of young female millennials. Beside that, Be Inspired also invites professionals to share their perspective about the prospects and potentials of the sector I have coined HATS, Hospitality, Aviation and Tourism. So it's always delightful each week to be here speaking to one more professional or one more young female millennial in this space to share their story. So today, I will be also hosting another phenomenal woman in this career space too, but this time around in what I have coined the waterway related to the Maritime and Hospitality, Aviation and Tourism. So please just give me a moment for me to get her on board with us. So fantastic. So Be Inspired is here, like I said, to inspire us and to also create that clarity, crystal clarity about this career space, because many people have doubts and also are not sure about this career, guardians, parents, name it. So this is an opportunity for them to be able to see that there are all sorts of potential and prospects for this career path. Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me, Lilia? Now you are upside down.
No. Okay. Can you see
fantastic.
me now?
Yes, I can. Welcome. So we have managed at last. I'm so happy to see you. Sorry for all the hula baloo of trying to get us here. So it's great to have you here. So I was just introducing the program and hoping you will come on board while we do that. So my dear audience, the most important person for today is here, and I don't want to delay us talking to her. So I am just going to go right into the conversation, having explained to us what Be Inspired is. So who is my guest today? I'm going to read a little bit of a brief profile, and then we'll take it from there. So let's see what her profile says about her. Here I go. So she is the founder of Ocean Ambassador, and this targets secondary school students in the maritime sector. She has a venture limited that is into chartering and shipping. She has been in the banking industry and was to become the head of treasury operation of a mortgage bank before going into the maritime industry. This journey started 15 years ago, going through the rudiments of maritime, and she's been building her capacity where she has got to learn the ABC of shipping, intermediate training, etc. Later, she also obtained her ACI from the Chartered Institute of Shipping. She has continued to attend seminars and workshops to improve her knowledge as well. And she has done this because she believes that before you venture into any particular field or sector, there is a need for you to learn all the rudiments that are necessary. She came up with this idea about the Ocean Ambassador, which she will be sharing with us also today, because she found herself in a coastal community in Lagos Island called Igbeni. Fantastic. Sorry about that. So for her, this is or was an opportunity for a singular exposure that made her to rethink about coming up with an idea to catch the young females to also introduce the maritime sector, and it has continued to be what she does now. My dear audience, it's an honor and privilege to have Lyta Williams with us today, and I would just like to start by asking her, please let my audience meet you beyond what I have read from your profile, especially, telling us, like I like to ask, where are the interesting people, interesting places you have gone to within Nigeria, within this maritime space you have been working with? Please share with us.
Thank you very much. It's a rare privilege for you to invite me to come on board. It's been quite a while. You've been wanting to have me, but
oh, sorry. Okay.
It hasn't been easy because
sorry, dear.
At the same time, we have to sneak out time. This new normal, everything is virtual. So there has been so many virtual meetings. So let's jumpstart the process. My name is Lyta Williams. Fantastic. I'm an indigenous of Lagos Island, where it is called AVIATION.
Right.
In Olowo. Now, Lagos State, they normally have this AVIATION summit.
Okay.
Every year. It's an economic summit. And over years, AVIATION has always been an economic hub. Then, when I was growing up in that coastal community, unknown to me, I didn't know we were sitting on gold, because all that place was a harbor. At night, the twilight is always so beautiful. The white sailors, they'll come into the neighborhood, but we never knew that they were career people. Well, we didn't know. So we would just go to the harbor there, we'll have fun, we'll laugh, we'll come back home. Now, moving on, I went to visit a friend in the office. And when I got there, I saw so many people coming in, going out. Actually, it was in Nimasa. So I now wondered, why are there so many people here? The first date I had of Nimasa was when my late cousin, Engineer Funshaw Williams, was the chairman. But I didn't have any close interaction with inside the office. So when I saw a flyer, I saw ABC of shipping, I said, what stops him from getting involved? Because as of that time, mortgage banking had crashed. So that was how I started capacity building for myself. At the Nigerian Chamber of Shipping, I met an amiable woman, Dr. Ifia Nazonwa Kerele, who assured us all then that, look, you'll not regret coming into this sector. And truly, my sister, it's been interesting. It's been challenging. And something good has its own challenges. You must have your valley story before you can talk about your mountaintop victory story. So today, after so many years of sojourning in different areas in the maritime sector, I decided to carve my niche in chandling and shipping agency. Chandling simply means supplies to vessels, right from water. As it is, they can't use salt water. They have to
sorry. Are you there? Sorry, my dear audience. I think either a call has come from her side or from my side. So somehow we've got a glitch there. Bear with us. But for the benefit of those that might be joining or listening, we're listening to Lyta Williams, the founder of Ocean Ambassador in the maritime sector. And I must tell you, exciting. Because if you haven't thought about it, I talk about what is the waterways, maritime sector, hospitality, aviation, tourism, because the movement that people have to make in this sector is either water, land, or air, isn't it? So we're all linked somehow. And it's beautiful to see that there is definitely a lot of career prospects in that sector as well. So I'm hoping that she will be able to join us back again to share this perspective with us today. So let me see if I can get her back. As usual, it's always something interesting to do with tech every week. So bear with us. Just trying to see that we get her back on board again. Okay, there. Sorry about that.
No, sorry.
In Nigeria, we'll take it as it comes.
So sad, yeah.
Okay.
So, like I was saying,
yes,
everything about the ship, about chandling, starts with supplies. Chandling is the life wire of any ship.
I know that you are going to tell us a lot about that. I'm still going to get to that, but thank you so much for what you have said so far. I'm still going to ask, but I wanted to also start off with something else that you had written in your profile and for you to share with us your perspective, your vast perspective. It talks about the fact that the corporate, you said the corporate organization, etc., have a lot to gain. And for you, it is a succession plan for industries, that there are no COYs that don't have a logistic department, which is part of the emerging careers in your sector. Now, I want you to be able to please explain to my audience, what do you mean by the COYs? And can you please share with us why you think this sector is an important sector that hasn't been tapped into before we go into other areas still? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, with the new normal, last year we saw that all other economies down-tooled, even oil sector, there was a glut. It was only the maritime industry that was an emergency industry. And as you are seated, as I am seated, and as all the audience, they're watching us, aside our physical being, everything about us was shipped. Right from even your lipstick, my frames, everything. So there are careers there.
Right.
So with that last year, the barges started in full operation, and that is supply chain and logistics. All the companies nowadays, they prefer to either concession the supply chain and logistics aspect of their companies to a logistics-based company, right from water, even in aviation, as in the transportation sector holistic. The supply chain and logistics has come to stay because it's about timing. They don't want to know how you get it. Theirs is, in 2 hours' time, the shortest route will be where you'll get your goods. And that is cost effectiveness. So these are emerging careers that most companies are trying to buy into. But as it is now, there's still a gap. Nigeria is not fully attuned to the supply chain and logistics. You know, during the new normal, that was when we started to see all these go-kada around, all these bikes. That is logistics for timing. It's time consciousness and financial gains. What the roads, the bad roads cannot give us. All these bikes will be able to give us. And now, even another aspect of it is the economic turnaround. But if a logistics base, the delivered within the shortest means, you know that the turnaround for cash, for logistics, for planning will be seamless, because within an hour, you're sure of going round 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So these are the emerging careers that we should be looking out for, especially on the waterways. The waterways, we have the barges now. You can see how one single barge can have like 20, 30, 40 containers at a go, as against a trailer. A trailer can maximally have 2 containers, and the delivery time can never be as fast as the barges. So these are the plus, the gains of the new normal, which we believe that a maritime nation should harness effectively, because the roads are crying for help.
Absolutely. Yeah, fantastic. Wow. Like, I'm taking it up, I'll be taking it from there as well. With the conversations I've had with you as well, you've mentioned a lot the fact of the blue economy. Please, can you share with us also that perspective and enlighten my audience today? Why is that also something that we need to tap into? You talked about also, which we talk about in our industry, also the free trade, but looking at the maritime sector, career paths, and related to the blue economy, please share with us.
Thank you. You see, the blue economy has always been in existence, but it has been well defined now for maritime nations to skew into that blue economy arrangement. If you look at the African map, Nigeria, you have Nigeria on the coastal line here. You have towards it, you have inland waterways. Outwards, you have the Atlantic. At the base, you have South Africa and Madagascar. Up there, these 5 countries are all maritime nations that the United Nations and the global world even are looking at the prospects of the blue economy because of the population. The population is the advantage people are looking at for Nigeria. Now, the blue economy is easy for us to align with because the United Nations is looking at going back to the oceans, to the seas for succor, as against all the pollutions we're having. It will serve not only as for hospitality, but job creation. Because when we talk about the blue economy, we're talking about the inland waterways, where all goods and services can be made easily and readily available at an infinitesimal cost, and that is the brown waters. But are we ready for it? If we look at 2030 to this 2021 that we are, it is actually the SS1 and the SS2 students that can actually fit into that arrangement of job creation, of hospitality, of research, of fisheries, of aquaculture, all in encompassing for the use of mankind, using nature, God's own gift to mankind, which is water, to control, to govern, to make our waters clean. We can talk about the clearing of all the dredges, you know, we have the research angle of it, where we're yet to research our waters. We don't know the solid minerals we have in our waters. And it is only through the introduction of the blue economy that we can get all these robust things that we're talking about. You know, when we were growing up, yes, when we were growing up, then we used to have this cod liver oil, and we would say, oh, but probably the scientists are now going back to the waters to get medicine from nature, which means we can go into the oceans, we get all we need for mankind to be free from pollution, to be free from all these diseases. And, you know, when we talk about waste to wealth management, it is embedded in the blue economy. But if we are not exposed to it, how can we get to know about it? Which brings us to the issue of maritime education.
Yes, and now that you have said so, because I know you're very passionate about what you do and what you're saying, and I would love to be here all evening listening. But just before you enter that, which is what the question I was going to ask, and then let's come to what you do directly. The school to sea, which is the education part you were just about to talk about now. And it's a program that you run 3 times in a year. What exactly is the objective? And please share with my audience now that you wanted to talk about the education part.